So welcome everybody. We are at a MS Views and News program called Patients Voices. All right. And yes, this is MS Patients talking with MS Patients. And tonight, well, if you don't know who I am behind all this, well, yeah, there I go. I'm Stuart Schlossman, president and founder of MS Views and News. And our guests tonight we got Damian. So Damian, you all know, Damian's on our programs a lot. He does MS Views and News programs. He's an actor, he's a rapper, he's a nerd. I don't know why he says that, but he says he's a nerd, so we'll have to believe he's a nerd. All right, and he's an MS patient advocate leader. He does programs for MS Views and News. He does his own programs. He's extremely active on Instagram. And then who else do we got? Who else do we got here tonight? Oh, we got Dave Bexfield, the guy that says he's a funny, not so funny guy. There we go. All right, so Dave is founder of Active MSers. He's got a wonderful, wonderful organization. In fact, for many, many years, I've been following that. I got involved with it. He has chat rooms. He has tons of information. And yes, a lot of funny information that goes with him too. And he is also an MS patient leader. And now it is really, really warm in here. So let me get my mask off, all right? Well, I don't even know what I got going here. We got this one here. All right, shoot. All right, well, we're trying to stay in a protective environment. I'm just masking off, all right? I got that one off. Oh, yeah, now we'll get this mask off. Oh, everybody says get those masks on, so I had to do it. Couldn't get it, masking off. Oh, there we go. Normal times, okay, great. All right, so listen, everybody. A lot of people thought that we're going to be doing a comedy here tonight. It's not necessarily a comedy, but it is where we're taking just a funny aspect to what we're going to be speaking about. Some of it will be very serious. Others of it, well, we got Damian on here and Dave, and they're just going to let you guys laugh a little bit. And I got questions for them, and they can answer it however they wish. And listen, if anybody needs to take a pee break during this program, it's only an hour long, but if you need to run away and go do it, we are publishing this on YouTube in a few days, so you can catch up whatever you miss on there. And as far as my guests, if they got to go, they can't leave. So hopefully they'll have tile floors and they can just do what they got to do, all right? And not let anybody know about it. All right, so first, I want to ask Damian to introduce himself. Some of you already know who he is, others do not. Damian, please introduce yourself. Tell us where you are. Tell us about your journey. You got 3 minutes to tell me all this. All of it.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Damian Washington. I'm an actor. I've been doing commercials I've done commercials for Lowe's and McDonald's and a whole host of people that have sold you products. I make videos with MS Views and News because I was diagnosed with MS in 2016 and just starting to make content about that. And my channel has about 4,500 people who watch me weekly talk about MS, and I'm just happy to be here and be in the mix with Stuart and Dave Bexfield. So real respect, peace, and love and joy.
Great. All right, Dave, tell me about it. Damian didn't go 3 minutes, but I know he could have. But let's give him. We'll give him his other 2 minutes somewhere else. All right.
All right. Yeah. No, I'll take. I'll take about 15. I was diagnosed with MS back in 2006, and watching SportsCenter, drinking a beer, went numb, and went to the ER, and they said, yeah, you've got MS. Kind of did the freak out thing like a lot of people, and 6 months later I was officially diagnosed, and I started Active MSers. So that's kind of how things got rolling. And I do want to, before we get too heavy into this, I want to apologize to you guys and to the world, because apparently some researchers in Australia contacted me on the origins of words, and I kind of did the whole MSers thing. I kind of made it popular, and I didn't realize that. So anyway, if you didn't like MSers, it is my fault. And
why?
My bad.
Why? What's wrong with it?
No, nothing. Some people don't like it.
Anything wrong with it?
But when I started Active MSers, I was like, you know what? I could do active people with MS, but that was a really long .com name. So I said, no, let's just make it shorter. And they asked me, how did you do your active masters? What did you come up with? I'm like, because it was short. That was it.
Okay, good. Hey, Damian, let's go back to you for a second. Tell us about No Stress MS Vlog. Tell people what a vlog is.
So a vlog is a video, a blog. You're sitting here. The vlog started with me going about my day, and I'm getting a haircut now. Now I'm taking a trip with my wife, and now I'm in Morocco, and I'm in Mauritius, and you don't even know where Mauritius is. And I was doing that every week, and no one was watching. And whenever I would make vlogs, oh, I'm here at the infusion center, and here, let me talk to you about the therapy, thousands of people would watch. So I was just like, well, I don't want to be the MS guy, but you got to give the people what they want. And so I started making MS content, and now I work with you. And it's one of these irreplaceable spots where I did not see myself in as a young child, but cannot imagine being anyplace else.
Damian, before I get back to Dave, tell me why it is that you like to entertain people.
Why I like to entertain, I mean, it's always good to put laughter in a room, to be able to infuse that energy somewhere. And I think that having the opportunity for people to just detach from their agenda, their next appointment, their next thing, and to be in the moment with you, wherever you are, whether you're making them laugh, whether you're making them cry, whether you're making them think. That's what I do. I give the people a break and a pause, and we hang out together for a little bit.
Great. Thank you for that. And Dave, let's go back to you now. Tell me about this book that I heard about.
What, the book that I'm writing?
Yeah, the book that you're writing.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Okay. It's going to be a great book. But yeah, it's a process, because I started writing it and I'm on chapter 3. I've been on chapter 3 for about the last like 3 or 4 years.
Oh man.
It's sort of about
so you're stuck.
Some craziness has happened in my life when I got a stem cell transplant, and my insurance company said, we're not going to pay. So I said, yeah, you are. But I didn't realize it was going to take me 5 years to do it. And the lead singer from Blink 182, a former ex-governor, and the New York Times. But eventually we settled, with a handshake and $500,000. And it's a crazy story. And it'll be a book starring Ryan Reynolds in the feature movie, but I got to write the book first. So yeah, we'll see if that ever happens.
Hurry up, Becksfield. I want to buy tickets to that thing.
Right. Well, you better buy the book first. Dang, man, if I'm going to spend all the time writing it, you better buy it.
That's what I'm saying. You got to
Tell me
bring it
about
into
No
the
Stress MS. Tell me about No Stress MS. Tell me about it. What
No
makes you
Stress
get into? How'd you pick on that?
Well, look, once I started making MS content consistently and was like, hey, people want to watch this, and hey, I like doing this, in the effort to be like, all right, let's make this into a thing. Let's give it a name. Let's give it like all that stuff. No Stress MS rhymed.
Okay, cool.
That was it. Sometimes the best things are that simple.
That's good. That's good. So somebody asked a question on how you keep yourselves motivated. What do you do during the day? Damian, let me start with you on that.
It changes from day to day because the hindrances to the day change. Sometimes the spasticity is bad. Sometimes the vision's bad. Like, who knows what it is? But whenever I need to, try to get up and go, I give myself the grace to feel what I'm feeling at the moment, what is the opposite of what I need to be doing or what I should be doing. And giving yourself the grace to feel those feelings and exist in that space lets you either just stay in that space, and that's cool, great, or stay in that space and then go and do the thing. That's how I motivate myself. I know that sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. And when it's there, sweet. And when it's not, give myself some grace.
I could see you took the extra 2 minutes, huh?
Well, you told me you was gonna give it to me.
I
So I'll
did
take
it.
right
I did
there.
it. I gave you a
And that
minute
was a
there.
minute and 30 seconds, Stuart. So come on,
Okay.
you owe me 30 seconds, brother.
That's right. I do. And I was going to say it's a little bit longer than that. So we'll make sure you get it later on. All right. And Dave, tell me about your day. I mean, what do you do to get up every day and do the things that you do and get that beautiful smile you got on your face that everybody tells me about? Everybody loves their smile.
Usually, yeah. So I wake up, and that's usually a good start because I'm awake.
Usually.
One of the issues is that usually I start cracking jokes immediately, oftentimes in bed while my wife is still barely awake, and before she's had her coffee. So she doesn't necessarily like that, but it doesn't matter because I'm motivated to, keep her happy. And so if I'm happy, then she's happy. So, the other morning I said, "Did you hear the crows?" And she's like, "What?" She's barely awake. "Do you hear all those crows?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, they're just calling to say they love you." And Damian knew exactly where I was going with that, but this is every single morning, and yeah. Oh, and
She
by the
married
way,
you, my dude. She married you. She signed up for it.
Let me ask you, do either one of you guys do exercise?
Yep, I do Qigong twice a day. Do it
What is
right
that?
before my meditation.
Sounds like something I would eat. What is that?
Yeah, it does sound like something you could eat. It's in the neighborhood of Tai Chi and things of that nature. It's just another moving, breathing type of thing with another.
Whoa. So I got to cut you off a minute. Every day when I turn on Facebook, I see you sitting there with your eyes closed and not moving.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
I meditate. I meditate about a half hour to an hour every morning, and I usually do qigong before or afterwards. And I put it in the feed because many people, a lot of my friends, struggle with a meditation habit, and I hear back from many people. They're like, "Look, I want to do this," or "Oh, it's so hard to do this," but I see you doing it, and it makes me feel like I can too. So that's why I put it in my feed.
Great. How about you, Dave? Any exercise? I mean, you gave that growling look before, but
well, I mean, every now and then, I guess, like daily. I ride my hand cycle probably 3 times a week with my wife, Laura, who is awesome, my care partner. So I lift weights. I do leg exercises. I stretch. I've been doing that though for 30 years. So yeah,
Okay.
it's just a habit I've gotten into.
that's cool. Hey, by the way, I noticed you have a beard on your face today, and I don't normally see a beard on you. Did you grow that for me and Damian?
No. Everyone always says, "Did you just get a beard?" And no, I've had this for 20, 30 years.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I'm like,
great.
that's the same face that I know.
All right.
Happens all the time.
So let's go on to something else here. All right. Do you ever feel symptoms? I mean, symptoms. Yeah. Of what? Right. Do you ever feel any MS symptoms? And if so, what do you do about it? Do you like laugh your way through it? Do you get pissed off with the world? I mean, I'm just going to be blunt about it. Right. You get pissed off with the world when it happens, or do you try to like use your own satirical mannerisms to get you through it?
Mm-hmm.
Dave.
That's a tough one. Oh no, you go ahead, Dave.
Whoa!
Oh,
No, Stuart, you asked Damian. He's always going first.
Well, yeah,
But
because
he
he forgets.
gave it to you though.
Because he forgets.
Oh,
If I ask you to go first, he'll forget the question when we get to him. This
well,
would happen
no.
last
I
month.
purposely forgot the question already. What was the question again?
Yeah, Damian, go for it. Maybe he'll remember.
When I'm feeling bad. Oh no, it's like symptoms and stuff, right? See, we're clowning around, and I don't forget. What's the question, Stuart? Say it again, please.
I need you to let us know what you do to overcome some of your symptoms. How do you get rid of it? Do you fret about it, or do you like make yourself push past it and make it into a joke or something and go forward?
It's a mixed bag, and plus, I'm not, an OG MSer, but I've been dealing with this for years to know that, all right, if I push too hard with this particular symptom, it's not going to be good for me. So I don't push on that. I push on other things. It's just really more like what is the most appropriate thing at the time. And if you just need to give you, again, that's why I say grace. Sometimes you just have to give yourself the grace to be like, nah, that's not in me. Nah, that's my knees hurt. Nah, I'm gonna need to slow down. But sometimes you're like, I know I can walk this extra half a block, and you do that. So it's really sort of how the symptom is working against you at that time, and whether or not you want to give yourself the grace to just feel that and exist in that, and so that it can move on, or you could be upset at it. And it's a very natural thing. I can't really call that. All I can say is that sometimes you do, you push past it, and it's great, and sometimes you just don't, and that's great too.
Cool. Now, Dave, before you answer, I just want to let you know that somebody named Carolyn, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Somebody named Carolyn wanted to say thank you to Dave for all the great information he shares about exercising, stretching, and MS research, and etc. So I just got to let you know that Carolyn said that, okay?
Oh, well, thank you very much, Carolyn. You're awesome.
Yeah. All right. Do you know Judy? Do you know Judy? She's on here. She's got the same last name. I thought maybe you want to say hello to her.
Oh, yeah, that's my mom. Hi, Mom. So anyway, my symptoms, my legs don't work real well, so that's kind of a wanker. The other issue is, how do I deal with like bathroom urgency? I go to the bathroom. That's kind of how that works. And then for spasticity, I'm testing out kind of this new little gizmo here, and it's apparently like a massage gun. And you kind of like put it on yourself, and you can massage yourself, and you can also massage your chest. But if you massage your chest, it's really hard to understand you when you're massaging your chest, but it's kind of fun. And I like it a lot. I think I'm just going to do this the rest of the time. I just hope you guys can understand me. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. Whoa, holy cow. This is getting... All right. So anyway, so with my symptoms, I kind of just roll with it and work with it. Fortunately, my fatigue, I don't really have much. And so, it's just weakness, and bladder is the thing that gets me all the time.
All right. Well, thank you for answering all that. Now I'm going to get back to Damian. I need you both to listen to this, but Damian could answer first. In coping with difficult things like MS, I feel you both incorporate incredible positive energy and even humor into your approach. How does this actually work for you yourself?
Well, what do you mean, how does it work for me? What do you mean?
You creating humor for others.
Oh, I think that I'm not trying to be funny. Like I am funny. And so it's just going to come out. And because I'm speaking about something I care about and something that I'm focused on, I'm going to speak about it in bullet points and in facts and a focus. But since it's me, there's gonna be something funny in there multiple times just because I'm funny. So the focus and the seriousness of how important I feel that this information needs to be put out there in a way that people need to digest it. That's how I get my humor on there. I sprinkle it on.
What about you, Dave?
I get inspiration from like just weird stuff. When I need a little boost of humor, I naturally fall into sloth trivia. Really, that's the end. Because do you know that how long does it take a sloth to go to the bathroom? It takes 6 hours for a sloth to go to the bathroom. So that makes me feel good because, man, I'm faster than a sloth when it comes to using the bathroom. But now, okay, another question. This is a tough question. Stuart, Damian, this is it, man. You got to get this answer. how long does it take a sloth to have sex? No, you got to guess. Give me your best guess.
We're not allowed to talk about sex on here.
Okay.
See,
all right.
come on, Becksfield, real. Come on, man.
All right. So it turns out.
I'm not allowed to talk about sex on here, right?
We got sponsors, baby.
Otherwise, I can get really funny with some of that. All right.
Yeah, so it turns out 5 seconds for sloth sex.
Wow. Don't you feel better now?
That stunned me. But what stunned me even more was when I Googled sloth sex video. Don't do that. Just don't do it.
Don't do that, Sam.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So in other words, now you feel good when it takes 10 seconds, though, right?
All right, next question. Let's move this.
Right.
This is going off the rails. I warned my followers this might go off the rails, and now we're just doing that.
That's right. That's right. So going back to this humor stuff, all right? Where do you get the information that you put in your newsletter? Where do you think up some of these things from?
Well,
don't bring up the sloth again.
No. It's not sloth. It's usually just stupid stuff that happens to me, and it becomes a story, and then it just kind of spills out. So, yeah, I've got too many stories, and I've done too many stupid things. Usually, it involves me injuring or embarrassing myself or my wife or all of the above, and then it turns into something special. So.
Okay, cool. Now I got an interesting question for Damian. This should make you laugh too. Damian, do you see the same dentist as the Osmonds?
No, but
You always got that bright smile. You got all those teeth there. You know, it's people want to know how you smile so much. I mean, doesn't it hurt?
Yeah. I'm an entertainment professional, so all this here has got to be correct and pristine.
Yeah.
So I can sell them products on the TV. But nah, man, we don't have the same dentals. But best believe I'm up in here making sure this is what it needs to be, so it can be so
okay. So let me ask you both. Do you bring you do all this entertainment? You do this humorous aspect for the patients that read what you do or watch what you do? Do you incorporate the same thing in your own homes? You know, do you use it with your own family? I mean, I know you guys don't have kids, all right? But do you get your wives involved with all this too?
Oh man. Oh, I wish you hadn't brought that up. But yeah, no, Laura gets it all the time. And, so I will often use humor even with my nicknames with her. So it's not just Babe. I might call her Babe Zuka. But one time I called her Babe Clops. And that doesn't go over well. Or Babe Zilla, that doesn't go over well. So, it needs to be endearing. Friendly.
Hopefully you never call her a sloth.
Yeah, no. Sloth. Oh, that's a good one.
Gentleman.
Oh man. Now the thing is that now I might be sleeping in the guest room tonight. So thanks for that, Stuart. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anything you want to add to this, Damian?
I mean, man, like I say, I'm funny, so there's humor around here, and frankly, my wife is more funny because she hangs around me all day, and
your wife laughs because she's got you around there all day.
One, but two, just her, she's already funny, so that's what I'm saying, but she also has access to another set of context. We don't have the same backgrounds or live in the same places, so or came up in the same places, so all the things that. The humor that I've gotten from my life and my times, she has access to. And that's what I'm saying. That makes her more funny. But yeah, no, man, we've been together for 20 years, and so it's just us all day, every day. So there's humor there.
Yeah, she's got to find something funny about it. I got it. So let's get a little bit serious here for a moment, all right? And then I'm going to tell you, we got 6, 7 people on here giving thumbs up on you guys making them laugh a lot, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. But let me, right. Can you share how the pandemic has impacted you personally, your family, and how it's what you've done for your communities, your MS communities, to help them handle it a little bit better, maybe with hearing you.
Yeah, no, I'm making sure I'm more present. Wait, you wanted to do the thing?
I'm going to start with Damian.
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure I'm
that
present.
Damian forgets.
See, come on now. No, I just make sure I'm more present. I make sure my videos are here. I'm in this space more because I know people aren't going anywhere, or as many places as they used to. So I just want to make sure that things are coming to them.
Right. So what special have you brought to them? I mean, are you only concentrating on MS stuff, or you're bringing in other things too?
That's my jam, man. That people don't watch any of the other content on my channel. So I come with the MS flavor every now and then, even like music videos that I do, and it's hip hop and everyone's having fun. The songs are about MS. I got a couple joints coming out right now. So yeah.
Yeah. Joints, you said? What kind of joints you got?
Yeah.
They like split? Are they spliffs?
That's my hip hop term. I'm an MC.
Oh, okay. Not a spliff.
It's a song. It's a song.
Jamaican term.
That's
not
something
a bong.
else. That is something else for another time. No, and no.
Wait, you said song, not bong, right?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
I guess that's part of what people from my section of the hip hop world would call a song. You do a joint. So yeah, no, I got a couple joints coming, and they're gonna be hot and they're gonna be fun, and that's what I do.
Okay, good. Dave, tell me. Bring it on. Tell us what your aspect.
When the pandemic hit, I realized folks might need a little more laughter and a little more levity, so I started a newsletter. I already did a newsletter, but it was sporadic and whenever I wanted to put it out, and then I decided to crank it up. So I'm doing the Hunger Games, and it's just a little bit of fun. And for me during the pandemic, it's been interesting, and there have been some fun new hurdles. I going to the bathroom stories again. I purchased a portable toilet that cost me $80,000. It was an expensive toilet. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it. And the maiden voyage of said toilet didn't go so well. But again, if you read the newsletter and you read my blogs and stuff, then you already know pretty much what happened. So I won't rehash it for the audience, but if you beg me and we have time later, I'll go into the toilet. Yeah.
Did you say you spent $80,000 on a toilet? And this is real American dollars?
Yeah. Well, it came with a wheelchair accessible, minivan. Because I bought the $200 toilet, and then I realized if I was going to take it anywhere, I had to have a van. So then I had to buy a damn van. So anyway, so I've got this minivan with a toilet, and the very first time I took it out, things didn't go well because when I had to use the bathroom, we were up in the mountains and we parked in this parking lot. Nobody was there. And I was like, okay, let's go use the bathroom. So I hopped into the back of the van to use the bathroom. And a guy pulls up right next to our van, opens up the door and plops his legs out to work on his cell phone. So I spent 15, 20 minutes sitting there trying to pee, but it's really hard to pee when you got somebody sitting right there, like 3 feet away. I could almost pat him on the head. So anyway, I couldn't even use the bathroom.
Should have wet him on the head.
Well, it was tinted windows. He didn't even know I was there, but I knew he was there. And, that just makes it more challenging. You just can't do stuff like that.
Okay. I could, but it's okay. All right. So tell me more about these Hunger Games. All right. I did have a note about that to ask you about that. Is that something that anybody could access with you, or how do they get into that?
Yeah. If you go to activemsers.org, and you click sign up, I want to join, you will then be getting the Hunger Games, and that's the newsletter that I put out, but you'll also be getting this introductory series of crazy stuff that will show you and tell you and inform you how to live a better, more hilarious life with this darn disease called multiple sclerosis. And I think right now it's probably one of the best read health newsletters on the web, and folks it really resonates with people. So get it, read it, pay attention to it, and hopefully laugh, because it's kind of fun.
All right, so quick question. We already heard the numbers from Damian about his followers. How many followers have you got with active MSers?
A billion.
How many are in the database?
I don't even know. And I'm being honest. My most recent video that I did has almost 250,000 views. I don't even know how that happened. Really? So if you don't watch that video, you guys are crazy, because it's a crazy fun video. I'm almost like Damian, except there's not that in the background, the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm loving it. For the commercial thing from McDonald's. Never mind. I had to go a little too far to get there, but I think Damian got it at least a little bit. So thank you very much for laughing, even if it wasn't that funny.
Great. All right. What are your personal tools or strengths do you draw from when you're feeling challenged by your MS? The pandemic also, and both.
Sloths.
I knew that was going to be the answer. I knew that was going to be the answer. But I'm going to start with Damian, all right? And then we can get back to the sloths.
But no, honestly, I meditate a lot. That's why I meditate. That's why I put it in my feed, because you being in touch with yourself when things are uncomfortable helps you to understand how you can ride through it and get to the other side. So that's what I do when things are just sit down, close your eyes, come back in 10 minutes.
All right. So another thing, let's go back to talking about MS here for a minute, all right? When you have symptoms if you ever get a new symptom, what do you do about it, Damian?
I research where, not where this could be coming from, but, okay, this is down with MS. This is okay. Well, what do people do who have this symptom that I've never had before? Let's see what they do. Is there a supplement that I need to buy? Do I get this heating pad now for my spastic knees? Like I ask the collective what they do, and that it helps inform what I do.
And Dave?
I've got, for this, I have a really lame answer. My MS is pretty stable in that it just goes.
Yeah.
So I don't really have new symptoms. They just kind of get progressively worse. And I don't know. I mean, if anyone ever asks me how I'm doing, if I don't say I'm fantastic, something is really, 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 really wrong with me. So I try not to sit and dwell and think about my MS much at all. And I'm kind of lame that way. So my days are all good. I make them good, and mentally that's where I put myself. So I go there, and I try not to let this thing bug me much. So
hey,
right. And on that, can I just say, this is what I'm saying about grace, Stuart. Like you have to give yourself grace when it's not going how you need it to go. You're not walking how the knees aren't doing what it's supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Giving yourself the grace to take the time to give yourself maybe what you could need to maybe get closer to feeling less of that symptom. Or even if you can't do that, then I'm going to sit here and feel this right now, instead of feeling this and doing the things you need to do. That's compound interest.
So when you get to my age, you don't even have to think of MS anymore. You just blame it on age.
There you go. See?
There you go. I don't. I have a motto. I told somebody that was newly diagnosed that I met the other day, that I told her, do not live your MS, make it live with you. All right. And no matter what you're feeling, Do not say, I can't help it. That's what the MS is doing to me. No, don't really fight it. I mean, don't give in to it. So I got somebody asking a question. I got a few people asking question online. One of them want to know if you guys do medical marijuana. And if you don't do medical marijuana, do you just do marijuana? That'll be my end of it.
I'm about to say, does it have to have the medical in front of it?
I don't know.
I live in California. It's one of the first states that it was legal. And I certainly use medical marijuana, whether it's smoked or baked into goods. It's a very useful thing, and no matter what the mechanism of action is, whether you're smoking or cooking or like whatever it is, that's how it affects you. Like the food affects you differently than the other things. So yes, it's in my toolbox.
Right. Dave?
Yeah, my toolbox is right over here.
Yeah.
And but I'll leave that out of the picture right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah.
You want to share it?
No, that would be against state law.
Exactly.
It is technically medical in where we are. So I cannot share it. So.
Okay, that's good.
Where are
and by the way,
I'm in New Mexico. I'm in Albuquerque. I know that's the home of Breaking Bad, and I've got stories with that too. But we won't go there.
he just balloons it when he has a problem, right? All right, he goes for a hot air balloon ride there. All right, so do you guys ever get anxious? When you get anxious or when you get anxiety, do you reach into those toolboxes of yours? What
Absolutely.
makes you do it? Let's put it like that. What convinces you? Do you do it just to get a high, or do you do it to help you with pain or anxiety or something else MS related?
Wait, it seems like we're on another topic, or are we still on the marijuana?
We're on the marijuana.
Oh, wait, man, we're going to work this marijuana topic. All
Well, I
right.
got questions. People are asking me questions. I'm asking you the questions.
Yeah, well, say that again. I just want to make sure I have this right.
All right. Do you use medical or regular marijuana for pain? Quisiera entender esto en español o en inglés.
This guy.
Here, this is the way I would, to address that, I would go to South Park and say, "Hi, my name's Towley." Oh, wait a second. Come on, you guys know South Park. If you don't know South Park and the weed smoking owl, that's exactly what it is. And for me, I usually use it mainly for sleep. I don't usually use it during the day because I need to do my writing, and it doesn't make me any funnier. It just helps with sleep and some nighttime spasticity.
Gotcha.
It does different things for different people, and frankly, there are over 50, 60 receptors in your body from head to toe that do nothing else except bind with the active ingredients in cannabis. So you are literally built for it. So to not have this be part of your wellness regimen, you're kind of leaving a lot of stuff on the table.
Great. Thank you for that. All right. Next question. Somebody's asking here, and I'll just say the name. Jim wants to know, how has MS impacted your hobbies? And Dave, I don't care that Damian forgets. You're going first on this.
Now,
because you know where it's coming from.
It's my dad. So, all right. So my dad's asking me, how is it impacting my hobbies? Because he wants me to say that he would beat me in racquetball because I haven't played him in racquetball.
Ooh, shots fired.
The last time I played racquetball, I played with my left hand. I'm right-handed, and I beat him. And so I just want to put that down. But as far as my hobbies go, I was a big time snowboarder and athlete. And I was thinking about all the things I used to do with Laura every day. after work, we would either play frisbee or basketball or baseball, or tennis or cycle. So right now we mostly cycle together. Those other sports have kind of gone by the wayside because they're a little more challenging. And so, yeah, it's affected it, but we still have fun every day together. So, yeah, so in that sense, things haven't changed all that much.
Okay, good. Say, Dad, he's got it, all right? He's got it. He handles it. He loves what he does. And it's not affecting him, Dad. Dad's probably my age. All right. All right, Damian, your turn. How are you going to answer that one?
My hobbies? I mean, this is where the nerd comes in, man. I built my first computer when I was 15 years old. So I am a super digital, and I got all the stuff over the house, and I tinker with things in my spare time. And other than that, like, I used to go places with my wife and travel. We don't do that anymore. So it's a lot of just me being on the computer.
Do you not travel because of the pandemic or because you're MS?
Oh, not because of the pandemic. Come on now.
Okay, got it. Got
it. That's funny because we certainly have traveled with the MS and spasticity and taking things so that you don't have to go to the restroom while you're on the plane. If you're going to be on a flight that's over 3 hours, like, yeah, no, that's a thing.
You have to wait 3 hours to go to the bathroom? That's pretty damn good.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. You take one of these low-hanging pharmaceuticals out here that are available to us, and man, it shuts the whole instinct down. So you could fly literally from LA to New York and not need to get up once. So that's one of the things that's in my bag of tricks. Like, if I know I need to be somewhere for 2-3 hours and the bathroom is totally going to, edge me out, then I'll just take one of those and won't need to go.
All right, but I want to go back to your nerdiness a minute, and you're the computer geek guy. How come you couldn't find the button and put the video on when you came on the program?
Oh, no, I found it. I just was doing something else. And one, two, I'm a nerd. I'm not a geek. Okay, so
got it.
A geek is not going to have a beautiful wife for the next 20 years. Trust me. But a nerd, for sure. The nerd they have the most beautiful wife.
Bill Gates will disagree with you on that one.
Well, Bill Gates is kind of a geek. That's
right. All right. So next thing we've got going here is, oh my gosh, we got so much. Let's go to Dave's. Let me go back to Dave a minute. So somebody asked where they could get those COVID-19 Christmas tree ornaments featured on your blog. This comes from a guy named Peter in Minnesota.
Okay. Oh, hey, Peter, how you doing? The thing is I'm friends with a lot of folks. I consider all of my folks the thousands that follow me, I consider them all friends, and I think they consider me a friend too. So that's good. This is my little COVID guy. Wow. I call him Covey. Whenever I travel, I pick up Christmas ornaments. So I travel, I've been to over 50 countries around the world. And everywhere I go, I get a new Christmas ornament and I put it up on the tree. So I get to travel every holiday to places we've been. So the thing is since we didn't travel this year, I'm getting an ornament, picked it up from Etsy, paid way too much money.
Way too much money, bro.
But it's like, you know what? A hand knit. It even says 2020 on the back of it. A hand knit COVID ornament. $50, whatever. I'm not traveling, so there you go. That's where you find it, on Etsy, for an overpriced ornament.
No, that's not overpriced. That's just the price it is.
That is, yeah. So my Christmas tree, when I hang it up, if I got a bunch of those, it's like $20,000. It's crazy.
So Peter from Minnesota writes, "Hey Dave, Minnesota, it's rocking." All right. So there you go. And thanks for the answer about Etsy. He writes, now Coy has a question for Damian. She wants to know what is the name, and well, we got Coy and Dana both asking me to ask you about that magic bladder medication that you have in your tool belt.
Listen, I didn't want to drop all them dimes like that.
What is it called? What is it called? And where do they get it?
Desmopressin. Ask your neurologist about desmopressin. Desmopressin is I don't know, but it's a lot of words. DESMOPRESSIN. Desmopressin. And they give it to kids so the kids don't wet the bed. And they, after a while, people are like, we can give this to adults. So like, it's safe enough to give the kids, to babies, not infants, but like kids. So it's a safe thing that just kind of just puts a pause on it all. And then once I got it in my toolbox, yeah, it changes the game. Get some desmopressin. Oh, and get the pill form. There's a nasal form that you spritz as well. I found that not as comfortable as just popping a little pill. That's it.
Very cool. Very cool.
And this drug, I think the way it works is it actually tricks your body into thinking that you have that you're in the desert and you're gonna die, so it shuts down all urine. I mean, it's just like done. It shuts it down.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep it all inside of you.
So how is it that you guys know about this out west and out east? I've never heard this, but the funny part is after writing it out, it looks like decompressing.
So, something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to spell it because it's a lot of letters. But yeah, no, it's one of these things that you get from being out on the scene. And my neurologist, he's a very sort of forward-thinking guy, and he likes to try stuff. And he reads the journals, and he's like, well, the journal said this. Let me at least give the option to my patients, so that I know I trust it. Let's see if my patients will like it and how they respond to it. And so my guy, he's out there on the cutting edge of a lot of stuff. So I take some things that might not be taken for MS, but my neurologist has read the research and saying that it's good. And desmopressin is a big one on my list.
But also beware. You don't want to take it like all the time, because then you won't pee, and then things can go bad.
Yeah, and then things are bad. Like no.
Yeah.
But I take it at bedtime sometimes, not all the time. But I get up like clockwork in the night, and it's like sometimes I just want to sleep. So and I'll take a desmopressin and I'm out.
Great. All right.
Not all the time though.
We got a little bit more than 10 minutes remaining. I want to let you know that Colleen says, "Hi Dave, I enjoy your life stories and humor. You keep me motivated each day. I'm fortunate to be able to walk miles each day, hoping to do a full marathon in January 2022. Love you, Colleen."
Go ahead, Colleen.
You're awesome.
And Mary Lou writes that you guys are hilarious. I guess she's not including me. She wrote you guys.
Oh, good, yeah.
It's an inclusive you. I got
it. And then Yiki says Dave is having too much fun with sloths.
Thank you. Say the name again, Stuart.
I've got more sloth trivia if you want it. So yeah, I'll bring on the sloth.
We'll save that for part 2. All right. All right, part 2. We'll do part 2 in a couple of months from now. Speaking about part 2, I got part 2 coming up with Damian and Tyler Campbell again, and we're doing that next week. And that's a continuation of what we did last month that we didn't have time to get through all the questions, all right? So we'll be back on that as well, and that everybody can see. And the night before we do that one, we're going to have an MS urologist. God, you guys should be on there. We're going to have a Euro guy on there. He's going to be talking about bladder issues and problems, and maybe he doesn't know about this desmopressin. Maybe he doesn't know about that, and you could let him know about it, right?
Desmopressin.
But yes, we are doing a special show next week with a urologist, and it's the first time we've had this guy talking in a while. He is fantastic. We've used him for many programs in the past when we were doing in-person programs. Let me get back to a couple of questions that people have for you and for you guys. All right, and let's start with Damian. Do you have any suggestions on how to help someone get out of their headspace and not spiral into negative thoughts?
That's a very, very good question. And as much as you want to do, like, this is my advice. I'm like, know that, understand that's that person's journey, that you can't really stop them from doing that. You can help them, you can support the life that has them not holding that space, but only they can pull themselves out of the spiral, so to speak. But yeah, holding the space and, listening and asking them questions and using the answers to those questions to inform other questions, just getting them talking and opening up. That's personally what I would do. But people who don't want to be helped.
Okay, thank you. Hey, before we thank you for that, Damian. Before we get to Dave's answer, Dave, people want to know. Several people are asking me, how do they get your newsletter?
You just go to activemsers.org, and it'll say right there, sign up, and you put in your email address and your first name. I don't ask you any more information than that, and then I will start spamming you within seconds. So no, it will happen pretty quick. So.
All right. So thank you for that. And now you can answer the question. Do you remember it?
No. Which one? The headspace question?
Yeah.
You want to know how to get into a better headspace. Well, it's that can be really hard, especially when you're newly diagnosed, because that just throws you into a whirlwind of challenges, and you're worried about your future and all the uncertainty and everything else. That's a good, yeah. No, there isn't a simple answer. I think for everyone, it's a bit different. And what I might say might not be what Damian would say. Certainly not Stuart, because he's just a weird guy. But I do, if you get my newsletter, there are a bunch of tools, and I've got a whole section on how you can mentally kind of cope with this disease. So instead of spending the next 20 minutes talking about it, do that instead.
Get the newsletter, yeah.
Right. So going back to, so Dana just made me know that I did a really good thing by making this program for tonight. And thank you, Dana. She wrote a lot. So many thanks to the three. It's long. Many thanks to the three of you for making this such an engaging session. Sorry about that, Dana. I love the lighthearted and humorous mindsets, and I'm making it one of my goals to change up my perspective on MS. This is exactly where I hope to be, and I loved your saying of not living with MS. Thank you. Rather making it live with you. Excellent. Thank you, Dana. I appreciate all that. And then Cindy is asking, regarding the headspace, it just fluctuates depending on many factors. Like what, Cindy? We'd love to hear that, but not tonight because we're running out of time, all right?
Hey, Stuart, real quick. One of my things with dealing with the headspace is I like to look at MS. A lot of people say, hey, fight MS or beat MS or all this other stuff. And I tend to think about dancing with MS, because this is a lifelong condition, and it's not necessarily something you're going to, quote, beat into submission, but dance with it and work with it, and know that it's going to be a little challenging sometimes, and you can get through that. All right, Stuart, sorry to interrupt. Go back. Continue.
Make it your partner, right? Right. So Richard writes, hello from New Mexico. Besides humor, How do you find it most beneficial to communicate your symptoms to non-MSers so that they may better understand?
I mean, it depends who it is. Like if I'm speaking to my wife, that's a different audience. Like it's the audience. It's just like with humor. You're not going to send the same jokes to 5 different rooms because you'll get 5 different sets of laughs. So my channel has one set. My wife has another set. Just who you're talking to,
Right. So I think Richard needs to know that, first off, this is an answer that we could probably do in 30 minutes just on that question alone. We're going to have to bring that one back because we only have 4 minutes remaining. I mean, Richard's asking how to do this without humor, speaking to a non-MSer about the MS and making them, how do you communicate about the symptoms? All right. And that's a really, really long topic. So, Richard, we'd love to have you back on another show and ask me earlier in the show. All right. So that way we can actually get to it. Yeah, I know you asked it about a half hour ago, but there was a lot of questions here and I'm just seeing it.
Oh,
right?
Richard, that is a good question. Richard, you should write me and then, yeah, we'll figure this out.
Yeah, you can write to any one of us and we'll get it all answered. Write to all 3 of us and you'll get 3 different responses and maybe it'll do the whole 360 for you.
Boom.
Okay. All right. So we have 3 minutes remaining and I want to pick on something different here. One person writes, how are people with MS going to understand the jokes? Well, I'm sorry, we didn't have actual jokes, although I could have probably fed in a lot of them, but they were not for PG rating, so I couldn't do that tonight. All right. But what do you consider socially appropriate pros and cons? I don't even know how to answer that one. You guys know that?
No.
No,
Okay. All right.
I'm never socially appropriate.
All right. So let's do this then. I'm not going back to anything written. Damian, you got a minute to tell me what you want people to get out of this.
Out of this program, or what is this?
Yeah, out of this program. What does this mean? I could do, yeah. What would you want them to get out of this? What's beneficial for them to know about keeping some kind of humor in their lives, to fight the pandemic, to battle their MS, and so on?
What I say is that, you meet a lot of what you're putting out in the world. So if you're putting out the woe is me, you're going to get a lot of the woe is me. I'm not saying that if you do the super joy, sunshine kittens, that's all you're going to get as well. But you're going to have a less of a chance of getting all that good stuff if you're on the woe is me tip. That's how I roll,
And Dave, thank you, Damian. And Dave, do you want to answer that, or do you want to answer like if you could give everybody one key perspective to take away with them from this kind of thought of doing all this?
I would say, it might sound kind of cliche, but I tell folks carpe diem, but it's also more so. It's not just seize the moment. It's more capture the special moments. And even if you're pretty disabled, you can still capture moments and you can still really appreciate them and still enjoy life. And that's what I would recommend. I mean, no matter your challenges, just capture those little moments and embrace them and move forward. That's it.
Thank you. Great. And now, with just a few minutes remaining, I'm going to let you all know that this is an MS Views and News program. This was not supported by any pharmaceutical company. This is supported by me. All right. And me is MS Views and News began as Stu's Views and MS News. And I've always had a lot that I wanted to bring to the table. Fortunately, we have been able to do a lot of the educational programs that we do, but I wanted to open it up in with all that's going on, with all the seriousness that's been going on the last several months with the pandemic, with the political arena, or the circus that's going on out there. There's just too much seriousness out there, and I thought having these 2 guys on tonight would be perfect to lighten the mood, all right? And that's why, yeah, exactly. Perfect. I wanted Dave to be on here. I know Damian. I know Dave for a long time, and I know how both of them could have helped, those that are online with us tonight to lighten the mood and know that, that's what you need to do. I mean, tell jokes in your house. I mean, walk around with a smile on your face. If you go to a store, even if you're wearing a mask, they could see that you're smiling even under the mask, all right? It shows in your eyes, all right? So let them see you smile and you'll feel better about yourselves. Bring that with you wherever you go. And, if you help others smile, you yourself are going to feel better. And you want to make jokes, you want to bring in entertainment, yes, it's going to help you feel better as well. So I want to thank Dave and Damian for being here tonight. I would love to do this again in a few months from now, all right? And for now, we're just going to say goodnight to everybody, all right, and sign off, and toodles.
And thanks for coming, you guys. Thank you.
Good night, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.